Hey, Kelly Robertson here, Precision Crop Services, Benton, Illinois, also Illinois, Soy Envoy. Out here in this soybean field today, we're going to take a look at a question that I've been getting a lot lately, and that is that guys, we'll call it windshield scout their soybeans, are saying my beans are short, therefore it's not time really to put fungicide on or to do some type of treatment. And so what we want to explore today is why soybean height is not a good indication of maturity or of actual where that is in the growth stage of that plant. So we're going to try to compare some of these shorter plants to some very tall plants in the same field and see what the difference is in their growth stage, if any. Okay, so here you can see two plants. The one on the left, obviously much shorter, coming in at about, let's call it 26 inches tall, and the plant on the right broke the roots off there, but again, we're going to call that one coming in at about 40 inches tall. And so the assumption would be, from a windshield scouting standpoint, that the bean on the left is not far enough along or not as far along as the bean on the right. And so this is why it's important to actually get out and look and stage your soybeans based on the number of nodes in the growth stage instead of height. There's no real relationship between soybean height and what the growth stage is. So we're going to break away here for a second. I'm going to strip away some of the branches, and so we can get in here and look at the main stem and kind of begin to stage these beans. Okay, so I went ahead and stripped the branches off of the main stems of both of these plants, and now we're going to try to compare the plant on the left to the plant on the right and see which one is really more mature, so to speak, or more advanced than the other one. So we would assume, or the assumption is made, because the shorter plant on the left is further behind. Let's start counting the nodes on it. And so if we start down here at the bottom at this first cluster of pods and count our way up, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm counting 12 nodes to this uppermost group of pods. So that's a 12 node plant. If I come over here to the right, and again, much taller plant, so we assume it's much more advanced or further on. If I start down here at the bottom again and start counting my way up, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Guess what? I come up with 12 nodes when I hit the top of the plant. So the only difference in these two plants is 20 inches or so. So one is about 26 inches tall and the other one's about 42, 41, 42 inches tall. So 18 inches is the only difference in these plants in growth on the plant on the right versus the plant on the left. And so this is why it's important to actually get out of the truck and look and not do a windshield survey. And so by assuming that these plants here were not far enough along for fungicide, we missed the opportunity by not staging them correctly by the number of nodes and by the growth stage, whether they were R3 or R4, versus looking at them based on height. So staging soybeans, very simple, but you got to get out of the truck and look, because height is not an indication of what growth stage we're in.